I'm not touching the throttle. I'm flabbergasted. This is the strangest glitch I've ever experienced in an online race. Now in the past, I've always felt kind of sorry for the ACC fan base on console. It's always seemed like they've been a little bit underappreciated, a little bit forgotten about. I know you guys, if you're watching this, if you play ACC on console, you may feel a bit frustrated. I mean, updates always take a while to come over from PC. Sometimes there's glitches that aren't looked at for a while, performance issues, all sorts of things. And it's only fair that you guys get as good a gaming experience as those on PC get. Now, the thing is, Kunos and 505 Games, of course they care about it. They want the game to be just as good on console as it is on PC. I mean, why wouldn't they? But it's all very well and good thinking that and saying that. They need to actually show it. And that's the reason why this version 1.9 update and the 2023 GT World Challenge DLC pack is such an important one for the title. Now this update and DLC combo has come to console far quicker than any previous update. Normally it takes months and months and months and months for them to take what's been updated already on PC and put it onto console, but this time it's far quicker, which is great. Signs that they are really paying attention to these things. Now the DLC pack is going to set you back around about 11 quid or $13 or euros. And it is only available, sadly, both the DLC and the update for current gen consoles, so that's Xbox Series X and S and the PlayStation 5, which I am trying it on. Sadly, no PlayStation 4 or Xbox One support. Sorry guys. Now I don't want to do too much rehashing of old territory. We've actually covered the update itself and the DLC pack in previous Traxion content, both on the website and the channel. We've even got a track guide for this Valencia circuit, which is also new and part of the DLC. And we even have a podcast more recently where Tom sat down with Raggy, the community manager for 505 Games, and talked about this very update and the future for consoles and the game in general. So yeah, I don't want to rehash it, but a very quick summary is 3 new cars, including this Porsche, the Lamborghini I was just driving, and the Ferrari 296, which I'm going to be driving shortly. The new track in Valencia. And then the update itself is much more focused on the physics, the suspension, the tyre modelling. Basically the idea is to get rid of those esports exploits and hacks that are possible with the setup and make it a more level playing field, so anyone can jump on, even in the aggressive default setup, without major setup knowledge, and basically be able to make something competitive, where they can race fairly close to the top guys. And that, in my opinion, is just a great thing. You know, I want it to be easier, more accessible. Sure, the quickest guys can still find those extra few tenths, but the car's going to be difficult to drive. You want the car to be able to be fast enough while maintaining a little bit of confidence for newer drivers. So yeah, instead of rehashing old territory, what I thought I'd do is tie this in with my multiplayer racing review series, because I figured that this kind of marks a fresh start for console users with Assetto Corsa Competizione. Maybe there'll be more people playing it, this is going to bring in some new blood, and I think that it would be good to just go back to basics and just see what it's like as a new player to jump online and start doing multiplayer racing on Assetto Corsa Competizione. Now I'm on our Traxion PlayStation account and we've not done anything. We've got barely any of our track medals, no online racing, so I'm going to get a really good fresh perspective and try out some public races. I'm not yet qualified for the competition servers, so this is going to be a similar experience for many of you who are just getting into things. I could keep pounding around, but instead I'm going to jump in the Ferrari and go check out what online has to offer. Okay then, I've just launched Assetto Corsa Competizione for the very first time. I'm a brand new player on console. What are my multiplayer options? We click on multiplayer and obviously join the PlayStation Network. Now our options here are public multiplayer quick joins. We can obviously select our car here in the middle, and we have competition servers. Now it says there increase SA rating to join. That means I need to increase my safety rating to be able to do competition server races. Now you can find out all about driver ratings on our Traxion video covering how those ratings actually work, but basically you just need to do some more races both online and offline in order to increase your safety rating and be able to do competition server races. Now if you were wondering how those actually worked, go and check out another Traxion video, which is the multiplayer racing review of ACC on PC, because in that video I did cover competition servers, did a race, and the system is very, very similar, I'm led to believe, on PlayStation. However, we're a brand new player today, so the only option we really have, other than the server list down at the bottom to pick a specific list, is to use the public multiplayer quick join function. Now, as you can see, at the moment there are nearly 100 players online. It's around about midday on a Wednesday, so it's not the busiest time, but we still have plenty of players online, and we have 10 quick join server candidates. You probably already spotted the car I'm going to be using. It is, of course, the number 51 Ferrari 296, a new car with a new DLC pack, and of course the Le Mans winning number as well, which is excellent. Just before I jump into the public multiplayer, you can see below all the ratings. So I've got CP 0, car control 0, consistency 0, and track ratings 39. So basically this is a very, very fresh account. So there's very limited servers that I can actually join, because lots of them are limited by your safety rating or your competition rating or even your track competence. I can only race on certain circuits until I actually learn them, according to some servers, depending on how they've been set up. So that's very cool. The biggest difference though between PlayStation and console servers and PC servers is that it's far easier to set up a server of your own on PlayStation. If I just go onto the server list here, I can click on create private lobby, and boom, I can make my own thing. I can race with my mates, we can all join it, we can set passwords, we can keep it open, whatever you want to do, which is absolutely fantastic and something that PC would really, really benefit from, to be quite honest. But I think for this video, I'm going to use the quick join function. I'm going to let the game put me in a server. I'm just going to go have some fun. The racing could be amazing, it could be terrible. I don't really care. I just want to see what it's going to be like for you guys when you first jump on. So enough chatting, I've done a lot of that. Let's get racing. And of course, it's got to be Monza in the Ferrari. Not a surprise that my first public race is going to be Monza. Okay, I believe qualifying is literally just finished this very moment, so we've got no practice. We're going in at the back of the grid. I'm going to take it very easy indeed, and we'll just see how far up the grid we can get with absolutely no preparation. Aggressive default setup all the way. I'm going to try my best to keep it as clean as possible, but this could be absolute chaos. We'll let everyone sort themselves out. Good to see a writer engineering Lamborghini, although it's all over the place. Lots of penalties in front. Alright, let's take it very easy into T1, because this is where it's all going to crash in front of us. Tell you what, I was just kind of letting the chaos unfold way in front of me, but it wasn't actually too bad through there. There was a few cars off inevitably, but not the end of the world. Oh, almost got taken out by an Audi, but we'll let them take out the car on the right hand side instead. Also need to get used to this new Ferrari, of course. This is actually the first race I've ever done in this Ferrari. That's us up into P7, P6 actually. Now, of course, you're going to have a massive range of skill levels and speed in these races. These are, as I say, completely open, quick joins. You could jump into the session with zero experience on anything, so you can't have any expectation for how the competition are going to be and how safe they're going to be, because lack of experience. I just love how easy it is, though. I just jumped straight into this race. It took about 1 minute from me being on the menu to me being on the grid and doing this race online, which is a really, really big selling point for me. Everyone's gone off. I'm going to take it nice and easy. Don't want any contact. Both other cars overshot, so I just stayed on the circuit and tried to avoid them rejoining, but we actually ended up losing a position because of it. Good exit from Mascari. Ooh, oversteer for me. Audi actually went off anyway in sympathy. I love just the polystyrene blocks all over the road. Absolutely everywhere. I'm actually not feeling super confident yet with this Ferrari. I don't know if that's the console edition making a difference with the force feedback and everything, or whether it's the aggressive setup, but I'm not actually feeling as comfortable as I expected to. It's taken me a bit of time to gain any sort of confidence in throwing the car in. I'm not driving like I would normally on ACC at the moment. But that's okay. I can cope with that. Oh my goodness, that was terrible. I thought, you know what, I'll push a little bit more. I'll get on the power early out of the chicane, and I hit that curb and it absolutely threw me. That was shocking. I have no clue what happened there. I'm not touching the throttle. What's happening? Guys, I wasn't touching the throttle there. I genuinely have no clue what's just happened, but my engine's blown. The revs were going crazy. That's my diff setting is increasing looking at the steering wheel. What on earth just happened? I'm flabbergasted. This is the strangest glitch I've ever experienced in an online race. Honestly, I'm clueless. I'm still third place. Come out of the corner, and then my right rear wheel hasn't come off. Help! And all of a sudden, with no warning, boom, round we go. Look at my inputs. I'm just on the brakes there, no throttle. I'm stumped. Absolutely stumped. But, I mean, it's good to know, right? One online race in, it was going quite well. I'm being quite complimentary, and then race ends because of that. Let's try again, shall we? And this time, we will jump in the new Lamborghini Huracán GT3 Evo 2. This time, it's Circuit Paul Ricard, which is not an easy place to go at all. Qualifying's just finished. We don't have enough time to get out and set a lap. So once again, we're going to be starting right from the back of the grid with no practice, but I think that kind of feels right for what we're doing today. Underway. Similar tactics deployed for this one. Very, very cautious. Avoid crashes early on, and then start racing a little bit later once we get a bit more comfortable. Oh, spinner in front. Wow. Everyone did brilliantly to get away with that, to be honest. I thought everyone was going to go around there. Oh, speak too soon, speak too soon. And we've been collected, but hopefully not badly so that we can't drive anymore. I think we've had a spinner on the left. That's going to be 5th. Whoa. What's happening there? Was that my driving, or was that a crash? Because that felt bizarre. More crashes up ahead. No, no, no. And breathe. Another car off. That's P2. I haven't really had to do anything at this point, or P3 I should say. Now the track is green, so that also explains why it's very, very slippery. It was the same at Monza. So low grip situation here, which will not be helping things. May have been what caused that incident a few laps ago. We're 4 seconds off P2, so that's going to be the target for this one. 4.5 minutes to go. In the slipstream, found ourselves some space on the right hand side. That's fair play from the McLaren. Lots and lots of space left. No dodgy driving, and that is P2. Did try and hang around the outside to him. Credit where credit's due, but it wasn't going to happen in that corner. P1 is across the line, and it's going to be P2 for us in the Lamborghini. Finally beginning to just find a little bit of rhythm towards the end. A strange race. But we finished our first online console ACC race. I can't really complain. The racing was a bit frantic at the start. There was incidents, unsurprisingly, but I didn't see any dirty driving take place around me. It was just a reasonably fun, chaotic race like you'd expect early doors with multiplayer. Now sadly, when we go to replay, we can only see just after the incident happens is when it starts, so there's obviously a small amount of time we can actually get on the replay. Right, we'll jump back in the new Porsche for the final race of this video. Hopefully, third time we can get a win. Okay, we're getting thrown back in Paul Ricard. It may well be the same server, to be honest, but hopefully we'll get some qualifying. Okay, yeah, 4 minutes to go. Let's try and get a qualifying lap in. Now, I am absolutely in love with this new Porsche, I'll be honest with you. It's by far and away my favourite car in the game. Oh. Well, maybe it's not anymore. Someone's missing all of their wheels. The track feels very, very low on grip right now, which is interesting. It's not a green track this time. It's a fast track, which is grippier, theoretically, than green. Oh, look at that. I'm maxing out very early on the straight. And then going way off at the end of the straight. Something feels wrong here. I did watch back that incident, by the way. Oh. What is happening? I'm braking in the normal places and I'm going so far past. The car's not doing anything like it normally does. And I've invalidated my one qualifying lap. I think... Is my car accelerating way faster than it should? Because I feel like I'm approaching the corner way quicker than I would normally expect to. Still a car with missing wheels in the middle of the road. This is just bizarre, guys. Absolutely bizarre. Is this car just accelerating infinitely faster than it should be? Because I'm 288 kilometers. That feels like what would normally be top speed, right? We're going to jump into the race. I've not touched anything. I'm still on the aggressive default setup that I selected in the first place. I'm very, very curious to see how this all goes. Okay, we are underway. Brake nice and early because I do not trust this thing anymore. Everyone's gone straight on. No one's made the corner. So does that mean that everyone's got the same problem? Not a single car made it. Alright, let's see what happens with straight line speed this time. Reaching 250 k's there. I think by this point in qualifying I was absolutely flat out doing 290 k's. So my car in qualifying was completely broken. I was going way, way too fast. This feels a lot more normal speed-wise. Nice spark effect from the Ferrari up ahead. Alright, that's us up into P3. One of the leaders has got a stop-go penalty. They've just crashed into each other as well, which is a real shame. Oh. Great stuff up ahead. Second place just deliberately took out P1. Probably because of the incident on the pit straight. I did, by the way, get a quick chance to have a look at the original recording for the Lamborghini incident at Paul Ricard, and it seems like it was more of a mistake on me. It didn't take much at all. I've never managed to spin there before. I didn't do anything differently at the inputs. The car just decided it wanted to rotate over the bump. Very, very bizarre, but I can't really blame the game for that. I think it was a me mistake. Okay, leader into the pits. That's us now into P1, but we've got a reasonably quick driver behind us in another Porsche. There's some weird kind of jumping around with the cockpit camera as well. Like you can see every so often it almost flickers from one side to the other, and I'm not using the helmet camera with the head shake. There is a little bit of movement on this normally, but it feels almost a little bit glitchy at times, where it just jumps slightly from left to right. You can see it there on the straight. Out of the last corner, and we're finally going to win an ACC race on PlayStation 5. What a strange set of races this has been. Safety ratings unlocked. We can go and do proper ranked races now as well. And I want to know if my first experience of online racing on console is similar to yours, or similar to what yours is now, or is it very different? I want to know if you've experienced some strange glitches like I have today, or whether that's a new thing, because it really is a problem, you know? Yes, I've been able to have a couple of good races. I really enjoyed that first race at Monza until the glitch happened. And then the second race, I was just struggling on low grip. I don't really want to blame the game for that, but it was weird the way the car behaved relative to what I'm used to. And then thirdly, I mean, qualifying, completely broken. Turn 1, lap 1, felt completely broken. Some strange things going on, mixed in with a couple of bits of really good, fun, accessible racing. And the fact that you can just jump straight in but through quick join is really, really good. But man, there's some things they need to iron out here. I know there's been problems in the past, and many of these glitches may have been problems for a while. But surely with this new update, with this new DLC, this is an opportunity for a fresh start, an opportunity to try and just clean up the experience. I felt like this is a good place to bring in new people, get people playing the game, and it just basically enjoy ACC like we do over on PC. those of us who regularly play there, and yeah, it's frustrating. We need more. Guys, I have just realised that I didn't actually finish the race. Did I honestly just think the race was over when it wasn't? So I've just watched the footage, and I honestly have no idea how I managed that. I think I was so distracted by the whole experience and wondering what it was like. I don't know, because there were so many signs on the screen that I hadn't finished the race. It literally said, you're starting your last lap. The guy on the radio said, you're just starting your last lap. And for whatever reason, as I crossed the line, I thought it was the end of the race. And then having the safety rating thing pop up, it just almost gave my brain confirmation that that was the end. So, yeah, I was so distracted by trying to give you guys a bit of a conclusion that I did that. So, well done me. I don't actually know what's more broken, me or ACC on PS5. So on that note, thank you so much for watching this ridiculous video and this ridiculous ending. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope it's given you a little bit of an insight into ACC on console. If you like what you see, make sure you do subscribe to the TraxionGG YouTube channel for more racing game videos in the future, hopefully ones where I actually cross the line in first place rather than ending a lap early. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, keep it pinned, and have a great day.